Okay, let's go.
Hey guys, and welcome to episode 2 of the Tales of the Irish. Today, I'm your host, Yusuf Najjar, and we've got Lewey here. How are you doing, Lewey?
I'm well, how are you?
Not too bad, not too bad. I feel like you've developed into more of a leader on the team, you know, trying to help some of the younger guys, myself included. And so I want you to kind of talk to me about your leadership role on the team. How have you been a leader? How do you approach that kind of role?
To be completely honest with you, I don't know if I'd say, like, I've taken on a leadership role. I kind of just like to be present and, you know, help gauge where we are as a collective and push the needle a little bit further down the court or down the field, sorry, in this circumstance. But yeah, for me, honestly, I'm just naturally confident, I guess, in the sport of football. Like I've played basketball, soccer, hockey, all of that stuff, but I always turn back to football. So maybe it's just like natural. I guess it's a God-given talent of mine.
Nice. So you talk about how, you know, you've played hockey, basketball, and all these different sports. How has that kind of influenced your football?
You know what's crazy? I actually used to dance too. I think dance over all things has been like the needle in the haystack, right? And when I found that needle, it kind of boosted my abilities. Like everything kind of shapes you, right? Where basketball, I'm more so utilized for conditioning and the ability to, you know, work on my agility, and soccer more so just like the focus. Again, running, a lot of that happens in football. So it kind of just allowed me to be a better player, and just like the discipline, I guess, that each sport kind of brings. It's different dynamics and stuff, and then put them all together as one, and it kind of builds you outwardly.
No, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. So all these different sports that you were playing, why football? What was the kind of the journey getting into football? Why do you keep coming back to it?
Honestly, I started football when I was 9 or 10 as a peewee. Whenever peewee starts, I started playing with the Broncos. And I don't know what it was. I had my best friend alongside me that I grew up with who came into the sport. Amazing coaching staff over there. Like they just fully understand and comprehend kind of my demographic and what was happening in my life and in my area at the time. And you know, when you find those great people, you bond to them, and from there it just turns into a passion, a love, and it's automatic. But I would have to say definitely the coaching staff kept me invested, and then just the ability to get the job done. And like being a Bronco at that age, like winning and losing a lot, and like just meeting a bunch of great people, like it just keeps you invested and nestled in for sure.
Okay. That's nice. So obviously with the Broncos, you said you had a lot of winning and losing going on, but throughout your whole football career, what would you say your favorite memory was?
Man, in football, probably, what was it, Bantam? I think Bantam, we won the city championships in the last 25 seconds of the game or something. Dustin DeBaker, our running back then, my first time actually feeling what championships feel like. And then to build on that, the 2019 championship that I was a part of for the Wolfpack as well, right? It's just the feeling of winning and wanting the will to win is kind of what keeps on bringing me back to football for sure. I
like it. Nice. Last question here for you. So obviously, you know, football is a very physical sport, but there's also a mental side to it, right? So when you're in the film room, what are some things that you look for? You know, what's your film preparation like, and how do you know that you're prepared for a game?
I like to watch film more so directly after the games, like when they put them out. It's usually about a day or two after. If I'm on a way to a game, I like to watch the previous game and see, you know, I like to focus on the bad first. I think from the bad you develop good tendencies. Like a diamond obviously isn't grown on trees, it's pressed under hard times, and it's in the times where you're not as great or not as prepared or not as good of a player that you find, you know, the things or the corrections or the tweaks that you can make. Typically, I don't really have a dedicated regimen to how much film or preparation is done prior to a game. I more so just feel like, how did I perform in practice? How can I translate what I learned over this past week into the next game? And then compiling that with, again, previous footage and stuff to kind of, tweak the small things and develop at that level for sure.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you sharing.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. And thank you guys for watching episode 2 of the Tales of the Irish.
Go Irish, go.